everyone, and welcome. My name's Amanda.
I'm Sherry.
And we are the mother-daughter designers at Monroe Home, where we help you transform the ordinary home into an extraordinary home.
That is right, and we have exciting news for you today.
We do. So first thing, we're going to be making a lemon wreath, and I am so excited about this.
I love lemon wreaths.
Love lemon.
Yep.
And so this is going to be perfect to use outdoors, indoors, in your kitchen. This is going to be so fun.
Yes.
So we've got that today, and then we also wanted to let you guys know that
Design with the Pros Club is open.
Yeah.
Yay! Yay! So this is your opportunity to get in to Design with the Pros Club, and we just invite you to come in and join our family. We just love our members, and so we are open today.
Yeah. So we'll tell you throughout this live today a little bit more about what Design with the Pros Club is, and kind of give you some ideas of whether or not it's for you, because we absolutely love our members.
Yes,
and
we do.
We only open 2 to 3 times a year. So.
That's right. That's right. So you don't want to miss your chance
No.
if this is something you might be interested in. That's for sure.
But we're going to go ahead and get started today, because we have a really fun wreath that we're going to be working on. Hey, Kathy, welcome.
Hey, Kathy. First, let me show you this beautiful sign. I love this welcome sign, and this is actually from Craft Outlet. I found it. It's just a metal sign, and I love it. It was perfect for what I wanted to do because it's got the lemons and the blue. So pretty. And I'm just using a 14-inch grapevine wreath, and I just wired it on with my 26 gauge floral wire. So very easy to put on. It already had the holes in it, so I just wired it right on.
Yeah, and so as you can see, this is not just a yellow lemon wreath. We're going to do yellow and blue, which
right.
Oh my gosh. That is one of my very favorite.
It really is mine too.
Color combinations to use for spring
Love
and summer.
it.
So I'm really excited that we found this sign that has the lemon and the blue together.
That is exactly right.
Hello, Robbie. Hey, Jackie.
Hey there.
Barbara. Hey, Carol and Lisa.
And look, if you don't mind, take just a quick second and share this with your friends so that others can hear our exciting news.
And if you are watching us live, y'all just type live in the comments.
Yes.
Let us know where you're watching us from. If you're watching the replay, type replay in the comments. And again, just let us know where you're watching our video from today.
That's right. If you have any questions while we're going along, just put them in the comments. And even if you're watching the replay, put them in the comments, and we try to go back and answer as many of those as we can.
So we're going to go ahead and let you know what we're working with today. So like she said, we have our sign, which came from Craft Outlet.
Yeah.
Now, we've already made our bows. These are just loopy bows.
Right.
And I will actually attach a video showing you how to make a very similar bow, but it's a very, very simple bow to make. We did use our Bow Dabber bow maker for this. So we've already got that attached. That's attached at 10 o'clock on our 14-inch wreath base.
Yep.
We have some pretty yellow flowers we're going to be using.
Ranunculuses, I love those.
Any kind of yellow flower like this.
Yeah, you could use roses.
Yeah, you could use a rose if you wanted to. Even like dahlias or anything like that, I feel like would work.
I do too.
So of course we've got our lemons, and I love these lemon picks here.
I do too.
So we've got those. We've got some
pretty
greeneries that we're going to be using. A fern pick, and some other kind of greeneries that we're going to be using. Then we also are going to tie in this lighter blue color. So we decided to bring out the lighter blue color in this.
Yeah.
And I think that this is going to be really, really pretty.
Yes,
so we've got some different,
all kinds of blue.
Yeah, different flowers and embellishments in those colors.
And you know, Amanda said a while ago, and this is true, this would be great in a kitchen. If you do lemons in your kitchen, wouldn't this be pretty? It would just be gorgeous, like hanging, you know, over a farmhouse, the stove or something like that on the hood. So. You know, just so pretty.
I used to have lemons and sunflowers in my kitchen.
She did.
And I would have loved to have had a wreath like this.
Yes, it was so pretty.
So we're going to go ahead and get started today.
Okay, and I've just kind of straightened out my lemon picks and got those ready to go. But we're going to actually start with our fern picks. These were just from Joann's. I don't remember what I paid for them, but they were very inexpensive. And they're on sale right now, I think. But anyway, so we're just going to green our wreath with these. I love these because they've got a lot going on. They've got your fern, but they've also got some little berries and another little grass, so that gives you a lot for one little pig. And we are using our glue skillet to put these in. Now I'm going to start right here on this side of my sign, and these are going along the outside of my wreath. So I'm just going to kind of have that one aiming towards Amanda a little bit, and I'm just kind of moving my little berries around.
Can we do that just a little bit?
We can.
Over? Yeah.
We sure can. There we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I've put my first one in for the top. I'm going to put my next one in at the bottom because I like to get those in first when I'm doing a wreath like this that's mostly a crescent wreath with my sign. I want to make sure that I've got these two sort of even. They don't have to be perfect, but I do want them as even as I can get them.
And those of you who are just hopping on live with us, welcome. We're so glad to have you guys here today.
Yes, I bet some of you are thinking, is it Friday already? No, it's not Flower Friday. We will be here tomorrow, but yeah.
Don't get excited. It's not quite Friday
Not quite Friday yet. We will get there, but not quite yet.
You might get tired of it, so you're going to get us 2 days.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, now this one I'm going to allow about 4 inches in between these because I will be putting my lemon picks in. So I don't want these too close together.
Oh, Kathy, blueberries would look great with this.
Wouldn't it? Yes.
We actually have a tutorial on our blog with a very similar one. You guys should go and check that out. You can search blueberries in the search bar on our blog because that one was really fun too.
It really was. Now this one I'm going ahead and putting my bottom one in. Move my berries up a little bit.
I always love picks like this that have like several greeneries together. I feel like I'm getting, getting a deal with that.
Yes, you really are. And we've been in Design with the Pros this whole month. We have been talking about greenery. That's what we concentrated on this month in our Design with the Pros Club because that seems to be something that people have the hardest time with. And that's picking out the exact right greeneries to use in a wreath. And it is difficult when you first start out, or even if you've been making wreaths for a long time and you haven't, you're not used to using all the different greeneries. But like we tell them in the group, greeneries honestly can make or break a wreath. You have to use the right ones together, or it's just not going to be cohesive. It's not going to look like you want it to. And so that's what we have been talking about this whole month, which has been it's been a fun month, I think.
Actually, that was last month.
Last month.
We're in March
right.
Now.
We're in March now. Sorry. So
Can you believe it's already March?
I can't believe that. That's exactly right. Sorry. Yeah, we're not talking about that this month, but
that was last month.
Yeah, that was last month. However, it is something that once you join, you get all of the back tutorials. You get anything we've ever done in the group. So if you miss that, you get to get it once you get in.
Yeah, and there is a lot of really good information.
Yes, it's just I understand. I remember how hard it was to figure out how to use the greenery, and but it sure made a difference once I did.
Let us know in the comments if you feel like you have just mastered greenery with your wreaths, or if that's something that maybe gives you trouble. because I know I've told y'all before, for me, that was something that I really struggled with. And it's something that I've really had to work hard to learn because it's not something that came natural to me.
Yeah, and it doesn't for a lot of people. You know, if you're one of those, you are not alone. It is difficult for people. Okay, so we've got those spaced all the way around.
It's a very interesting looking greenery, actually.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So now I want to go ahead and get our lemon picks in.
I think somebody was asking earlier, and yes, these did come from Pioneer.
Mm-hmm, they sure did.
And if, you know, any kind of lemon picks really would work.
They would.
You could use just plain old lemons, if, you know, artificial lemons.
That's
from Walmart,
right, yeah.
Or Michael's or something if you can't find the picks.
Yes, you would just probably need to get some other greeneries to go in it if you do that, but you certainly can just use plain lemons. That will be fine.
This has some pretty eucalyptus.
It does. I love these pigs. They are gorgeous. All right, now this one I'm actually going to move in just a little bit. So I'm going to put these more towards the center, and I'm going to bring them in kind of at an angle. This is a thick stem, so it's a little tougher to use, but we're going to get those in there just like that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. These are, you might have to fight with them just a little bit because they are really big.
They're a little tough to use, but so pretty.
Yeah.
And that lemon, it acts like it wants to come off, so I may need to glue that if it tries to do that. Okay, so I'm going to put that one right in there. Now I want to go down to the bottom because I want to make sure that I've got them exactly where I want them to go. So I'm going to come to the bottom, and I'm actually going to use my stem. I'm pushing it kind of up under my bow, just like this. And then I love the fact that I can move these stems around, the greenery and all. So I'm going to move them around and get these lemons right where I want them.
And if you are new to us and you haven't watched us that much, we use a glue skillet. If you do not have a glue skillet, you could use your glue gun, but that's what we're dipping our stems in.
Exactly.
In our glue skillet.
Yep. I could not do without it at this point. I've used it so much.
I know. Over on our Facebook page, I asked you guys today, like, what is your most useful thing that you own? And I know for crafting and wreath making, that right there is.
That's definitely
my top
Yep.
3. Actually, it's probably not number 1.
Yeah, it probably is.
That
I really, because I can do, the wire cutters. That's as far as tools, that's the two that I cannot do without. Okay, and this one, I'm going to have it up behind my bow, but it's going to come up towards the top a little bit, so I'm just going to push this down behind my bow, just like this. And if you get these picks, if you wanted to, pull the lemons off and use them a different way, you could certainly do that. You just want to make sure that if you're using the picks that you take time to arrange the greenery. I can't tell you how many times I see people, using things like this, but they don't, they just keep the pick all smashed up, and you've got to kind of work with it and move things around.
I think that
So we're gonna do that.
we need to move down just a tad because I didn't realize I'm.
Are you up against the wall?
Well, I think I'm not. We're not centered today.
Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Hopefully we're a little better. And yes, I keep mashing my bow, so I'm not worrying about it right now. We will get it taken care of. And a minute. But now I've got my, did you see where I put it?
But that's okay.
Just kind of over my bow, yeah.
Okay.
I've got these blue, I love these blue flowers. And this, I think these, either Pioneer or Sullivan Gifts. I can't remember where I got them, one or the other. But I love this bush. So I am going to add these. I didn't want a lot of these because I have so many other flowers that I'm going to use, but I want to put these around the outside and just kind of sprinkle them here or there. So
I feel like if you wanted to, you could just fill this up with these lemons.
you really could, and nothing else really. So I've just got those kind of there. And I'm going to bring these down here in the bottom. Just right in there. Up here in the top.
With this too, you could use as much blue or as little as you want, really.
Yes. Yes, you really, that's the truth.
So if you wanted to concentrate more on the yellow, you could.
Yeah.
But
I love blue too.
Together.
I love blue too. And these are just some heather, some little pieces of heather that are on the, that were on that blue bush. So I'm just going to sprinkle those around with it. Just like that. All right, now we get to start using our flowers. Now I've got two little cabbage roses, and these are the lighter blue that kind of brings out this light. I like kind of mixing the colors, but that light blue is so pretty. So I am going to bring these to, just these two, to frame my bow. So I'm just going to put one right in this area, right kind of over my bow, but to the side just a little bit. If I can get it in there. There we go. Hardest wreath to get stuff in for some
So y'all let us know what the weather is like where you're at.
Oh yes, today has been beautiful here in Alabama.
Sure has. We spent some time outside today. It was so
yes,
nice.
it was gorgeous. Okay, so I've got that one there. Ooh, got strings. And this one I'm going to put right down in here. So I'm just gonna push the stem up under the bow. Cut that one off to get it up under there.
Of course, we'll fix our bow at the end.
Yes, because I mess with it here and there, and then it just gets mashed again. So it's just better if we fix it towards the end. Now I want to add some of my pretty ranunculuses. I love these. I use a lot of ranunculuses in spring and summer because I do love those. They just scream spring. So this one, I'm just kind of moving my greenery out of the way. And I'm going to bring this one right in there, just like that. And you see, we're kind of following the angle of our sign with our flowers and greenery. And this one, I'm going to bring right up here in the very top. these colors together just make me happy.
Yeah, me too. It's actually a combination too that a lot of people really don't even think to use.
No, they don't, and I love these colors together.
A lot of people just don't think blue and yellow together, but
it's beautiful.
It really is.
Now I'm kind of going to do almost the same that I did at the top with those two. So I've got one down here in the bottom, just like I've got that one in the top, and then I'm going to bring this one and bring it right over here, just like that. Down here in the center. Right in there. They look so pretty next to that lemon. I don't want to cover up my lemons, so I want to be careful about that, but I do want to add the flowers that complement them.
I'm going to try, guys. I hope that I'm seeing your comments and your questions, so that it's hard for me to make things and read all your
I don't know how
too.
to,
So
I don't know how
if
you
I
do
miss
it.
it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do not know how she does that, because I can tell you I cannot.
If I miss it, we'll come back and answer them.
Yes, we really will.
Yes, Kathy said blue and yellow was also in fashion back in the 80s.
It really was. You're exactly right.
It's like, what do they say?
Yeah, what goes around comes around. It surely does.
First, I'm going to say there's some trends. I don't know if I want to see it.
Yeah, there's some in the 80s, not so much. Yeah.
But blue and yellow,
that's a good one. I tell you what I've been so surprised about lately is I remember in the 70s the burnt orange kitchens and bathrooms. You always had green and burnt orange, and apparently that is coming back. I was looking at a magazine the other day and it had the burnt orange. I said, oh my goodness, I cannot, that brings back memories.
I feel like I remember at one point we had like some burnt orange carpet, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. I think that's like burnt into my brain.
Yeah,
as a
we
child.
certainly did. We did. It was in the family room. We sure did. Burnt orange. And it looked like burnt orange. It was orange. But it went with the psychedelic looking laundry room floor that we had too, that was wild. Sometimes I cannot believe that
Did you put that in? You thought that was in style?
Yes. Yes.
I guess it was in style.
It was at the time, yeah.
It's just, some trends you just let other people do it.
Yeah, and you just look at it. Yeah, but no, I had to try it. Had to try it.
Kathy said, I remember the harvest gold
Harvest gold.
avocado.
Yep, avocado green, harvest gold, burnt orange. Yep. And wagon wheels. Everybody had the wagon wheel furniture. Yes, I know. That's what's so surprising, but I don't know why, because it does. I remember in the 80s when all the women were wearing stirrup pants, and I remember the first time my mother saw me with a pair of stirrup pants on, and she said, we wore those in the 50s. And I was like, no, you didn't. And yep, they did. And of course, here we were wearing them again.
There was a little trend not too long ago where they came back again.
I know. I know.
They didn't last long this time.
They didn't. I didn't do them then. Didn't wear them that time, but boy, in the 80s, yes, sir. It's just funny how that always does that.
says, my mom had a wagon wheel chandelier.
Oh, yes, 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 we did too. It was in our den, and it was a wagon wheel with the lights hanging, the round globe lights around the bottom. I think it had 6 lights. Sure did. That's just something. And then the furniture all was brown and had the gold in it and cream. I remember that. I've got pictures of that, the couch with the wood on it. It was just a interesting couch. I'd be all right if that didn't necessarily come back. All right, I'm gonna put one behind my bow because, as we always tell people that watch us, you've always got to have something on both sides of your bow. All sides, really, not just both sides, because you've got to have it at the bottom, the top, and both sides.
I've got some more of the blue we're going to bring.
Yep, now I'm going to add.
Bring in a little bit.
I want to add, I've got some more of this heather.
I like that color.
I do too, and I want to add some of these around. The only bad thing about these is the little bits sometimes fall off, so I have to re-glue them back on. There we go, but I do love these. The first one I want to bring right here in the center. And if you have any questions about Design with the Pros, let us know. We'll be happy to answer, or we've got members watching that can answer if we don't see it. So if y'all see somebody asking questions, please answer them if you don't mind. I've just put one there, and I'm going to bring one. I'm just kind of filling in little holes, although I do have another greenery I want to use to fill in some, but I'm just kind of sprinkling these around anywhere that I think I've got a hole that could use some blue.
Yeah, and the little pop of blue really looks good in here.
It does. I think I'm going to put one right here in the front. And these were just some stems from Michael's.
Susan, the side we're using, this is from Craft Outlet.
Yep.
It's a really pretty sign.
It is pretty. The glue's starting to smoke a little bit.
It's hot. Got real
Yep.
hot.
I'll try to cut it down. I'm going to bring this just right in the top, but I want to make sure it's lower than my flowers because I want to be able to see those coming out of the top.
I like, we kind of like our glue, not too hot. I see it smoking a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
Kind of tacky. When it gets too hot, I don't like that. It's hard. I don't feel like things stick quite as well when it.
I thought I could reach the glue, but I can't. So we'll just hope
it'll
cool off a little bit.
I like it when it's more tacky.
Yes, I do too. This one right here in the bottom. I just got to kind of work my way through. There we go, to get to the wreath.
I really like how this is turning out.
I do too.
I have to keep this one.
You're going to keep it, huh?
I have to.
Yep.
This one might go on my door.
Yep. Over my bow. Get it in there.
for those of you interested in joining Design with the Pros Club or learning more about it, I'm going to put the link in the comment section so y'all can take a look at that. Like I said, we're open about 3 times a year. We don't stay open all the time. We close, and we only open a few times a year. So this is the first time that we've been open this year, 2022.
Yep.
And we are excited to
welcome all our new members. We've had several that joined today, and we are so excited about them. And we are there to help you, whether you are first just starting out making wreaths, you want to learn how, or you are a seasoned wreath maker and you just want to take your wreaths to the next level. That's what we are there for, to help you. We've been in business since 2007 and sell wreaths all over the world. So we not only teach you how to make the wreaths, but if you're interested in selling, we also have our business trainings that we do to actually teach you what we've done that has been successful in selling.
Yeah, so once you join, you'll have access to about 100 tutorials on both making
already
and selling wreaths. And then, of course, you get new tutorials every month. We have wreath critiques in there. We have a business training of some sort every month. You have a pre-recorded video. You have live videos. So it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot. It is, and we give you complete access to us as far as questions. You know, anything that we can do to help you. That's what we do, because that's what we are there for, is to try to help you do things that you feel good about. You know, things making wreaths. We've got people that are just making them actually for their families and themselves. They have no desire to sell them, and that's fine. We want to help them learn to make them the very best that they can, and teach them how to make wreaths with wow factor. Now this is just a little greenery bush that I'm adding to it. It's got some little white berries on it, but I'm just putting this around anywhere that I see that I think I might have a little hole, and it just gives you a little more. Yeah, you got a big wad of it. It gives you just a little more, you know, to look at. When we lots of times have people say after they get our wreaths that, wow, it just had so much in it, I keep finding new things. And you know, that's what makes the difference, I think, in what people really like.
Yeah, that's what we like to say. It's all in the details.
It is all definitely in the little details.
And honestly, that doesn't mean you have to fill your wreath up with tons and tons of stuff.
It
that
doesn't.
does not mean that. So if you just like, greenery or just a little bit, a couple of flowers,
that's perfectly fine.
That's fine. I mean, you can make beautiful wreaths. You don't have to use tons and tons of materials.
No, you really don't. It's whatever you like, and that's what we tell our people all the time, is that, you know, we want you to take what we do and work it to what you like, so that it becomes yours. And
yeah, like create your own style.
Yes.
You know, we kind of give you the basics to take something and to make it your own.
Right.
Your
That's
own
exactly
creation,
right.
your own piece of art.
Yep, and
we like to call it.
That's what we tell when we do the wreath critiques. You know, each month we allow anybody that wants to have their wreaths critiqued. They will put them in the post, and then we go through and actually, you know, point out anything that we see, and we tell them, now, just because we would do this to this doesn't mean if you like it like it is, that is great.
Yeah.
This is what we would do just to kind of take it to that next level, because everybody has, you know, it's a work of art is the way that we look at it. Wreaths are not just some little something, you know, to put on your door. We look at them that they are works of art, and everybody has their own way of looking at things. And you know, we look at it one way, you might look at it a different way, and even Amanda and I look at things differently, you know. So that's just the way it is, and so that's what we tell you is that, you know, what we would do.
Yeah, and just like, you know, there are tons of different styles of art, you know, and every artist has their own, you know, certain style and puts their own spin on things. That's kind of just what it is with wreath making too. That's the way we look at it. We don't just look at it as a craft. We really look at it as an art.
It really, and I believe it is. You know, I believe that with every ounce of my being, that it is not just a craft.
No, I mean, I think a lot goes into it.
Yes.
Well, for it to be considered maybe just a craft. I definitely, I consider it an art.
I do too.
Uh-oh, there went my greenery. I hope I'm done with it.
Uh-oh, hope you are.
It
just fell off the table on the other side. Oops.
I think I was about done with it.
Yeah, I'm about, we've got some more flowers that we could add, but I kind of don't want to. I like it the way it is. Let me turn it. I hadn't had a chance to look at it to see where I might need. I see one little spot that I want to add just a little piece of this greenery right here over the top of my sign.
I'm going to add a couple of my little blue flowers too.
Yeah, you can.
It's just, you know, because I got a few little holes.
Yep, it's just whatever you want to do. I'm going to add one more little piece. And I say that, but I love greenery, so I keep adding and keep adding.
Well, I probably would add some, but mine's over there now.
Yours is on the other side. That's all right.
I feel like going to get it right now. I have to get around lights and
that's a little
cameras
difficult.
and climb and all that, you know, because we've got all of our little setup here.
Yep, so that would not be good.
We don't want everything to crash down right now.
Yeah, that'd be a way to end it, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
But I think this is turned out really pretty.
I think so.
I'm glued. I know somebody before was asking if we ever back the wreaths, and we only do that if a customer asks for it specifically.
Yes.
We've cleaned them up really well, and we make sure they're not going to scratch anybody's door or anything.
Yeah.
But we don't actually.
Because I'll show you the back. This is what they look like. You see the sticks. All the stems are all sticking out the back. So once we get it to this point, then we just take our wire cutters and we clip them off just as close as we possibly can. And we even, before we box it up to ship it, we will feel along the back to make sure that we don't feel anything that could scratch anything.
Yeah. But if somebody specifically
yes, we have had
we will
people
do that.
just a handful of people have asked us if we would put something on the back, and so we will if they ask. But in all the thousands of wreaths that we have sent all over, I don't think we've probably 5 maybe at the most have asked us to do that.
Yeah, it hadn't been a whole lot.
The most interesting thing that we had somebody ask us one time was to make it so that they could see the wreath from the front and the back, and that was interesting, but we did it. So they wanted it to be the same thing on the back as it was on the front, and so it was a little complicated, but we did it, and they loved it. But it was a man, and he actually was going to hang it, and he said he knew that it would kind of spin some, so he wanted it all the sides, everything, to be covered, and so we did it.
Kathy said I put my stems at an angle and work through the grapevine that way.
Yep.
So I don't have anything coming out of the back.
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do mine.
That's how she does hers.
Because I do mine
more on the table. I cannot work on a table, so I've got to have my stand. But yes, that's fine to do that way.
And I think something with me being left-handed too.
Mm-hmm.
I always
think
do things. You know, I write at an angle. I do things at an angle.
Yep. Exactly.
But it works for me.
It works. As long as you can still get all of that dimension and get everything, all the good that you want to, then it works.
I've got a couple more of these flowers. I'm trying to decide if I want to add them.
Yeah, those are pretty. I
like them.
I think I'm just going to leave mine like it is. And see, that is something, you know, like we were saying, that we give the designs and we show how to do them, and then people can take those. They can do them exactly like we did them, or they can make it their own. They can add more flowers like what she's doing, or, you know, anything, whatever they want.
And I will say that it does not matter if we're doing the two identical wreaths right
at the
beside
same
each
exact
other.
time.
They are never going to look.
No, they are never going to look the same.
They're never going to look identical.
Nope, they will not.
Just doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
So.
But there we go. Whoops, I see my W's covered. I gotta fix that so my W is not covered. So I hope that you all will try this. Because it is, you gonna put something else?
Well, I mean, you know, I can't just leave. Like,
I know.
I've got 2 more little flowers. I gotta put them somewhere.
Oh yeah, you might as well use them.
I can't just not use them.
And
right?
you could actually, if you wanted to use more of the lemon picks, you could add more if you wanted to. That would be fine. Or like somebody suggested, add blueberries.
Oh yeah,
that would be cute too.
And like I said, we do have the blueberry wreath tutorial too, so y'all go check that out on our blog. Because I'll actually try to put the link in.
Yeah.
Because that one it was similar to this, but
very similar.
It's one of my favorites that we have ever made.
Yeah, it is mine too, I think. But
now with the tails, you can do whatever you want with them. I'm kind of just curling mine up.
Yeah, she's curling hers, and I just left mine straight. You can do whichever you want to.
You can twist them.
Yep.
Whatever makes you happy.
That's exactly right, because you can make it your own. But I do hope y'all will try this, because it is a fun one to make. I love using fruit in my wreaths. Yeah. I love those.
All right, I'm done.
Yep, she's gonna quit playing with it.
I'm gonna quit adding.
Maybe
stuff.
For a minute. Yeah.
Quit adding.
But I do like the little blue flowers in it. I may go back and add some. I don't know, but I like it. It's very pretty.
And if you wanted to do a full wreath with this, you could just put your sign right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
I don't know if we even mentioned that before, but we kind of put ours to the side just a little bit.
Yes, we did.
To make that a crescent,
but you certainly could do it in the center. The main thing you want to make sure is that you keep your flowers away from, like I just had to move mine away from the W. You want to make sure that you don't cover the sign. And that's a little harder when it's straight in the middle, when it's round like this, but you can do it. So
yeah, you just, because that is something, and even I've got to kind of push mine back a little bit so it doesn't cover the sign. Because, you know, the sun's so cute. You don't want to cover it up.
You don't want to cover it up. That's right. But y'all go to GraceMonroeHome.com, www.GraceMonroeHome.com, and if you want to find out about Design with the Pros Club, you can read all about what we do in there, and just go to look at the top right corner once you get there and click the Join the Club button, and you can find out all the information that you need right there. Also, go to our blog and look at we've got tons of free tutorials, all kinds of things, from how to make every kind of wreath you can think about to recipes, just all kinds of things. So make sure to do that. And
and so if you're interested in Design with the Pros Club, we'll be open until next week.
Yep.
But we would love to have you guys.
We sure would.
We really would. Like we said, we're just open a couple times a year, so we're always happy to welcome new members when we are open. And we just have the best community. So if you're interested in learning how to make wreaths that really just stand out, have what we like to call the wow factor,
yep.
But also have a community of just very, very supportive.
Very supportive people.
Yes, I mean, really, we're like no drama.
No drama. We,
don't do
not
drama.
do drama, so we have
don't
no
do-
drama in our group.
We don't do negativity.
No.
When we give you critiques, we're giving you
Positive.
It is not criticism.
No.
We're just, helping you to take where you are at in your wreath making journey, just take it to the next level.
That's right.
So we always have a really positive atmosphere. We consider ourselves a family.
We really do. People say, "Oh, you're just saying that because you want people to join." It's the honest truth. We not only, we talk to each other outside of the club. We're just a family, and if somebody needs prayer, we are there to pray for them. Just all kinds of things. So we're there to support our people.
And I will say, we're not for everybody.
No, we're not.
We're not for everybody. We are the type, we are like a close-knit group. We try, we're there for you. We're no drama.
Yeah, no drama.
We are, we try to be uplifting and positive, and that's what our group's about. And
That's
so,
right.
If that's something that you feel resonates with you, then we would love to have you.
Yes, we would, for sure. So go check it out and see what all we've got there. To every question that you've got should be answered there. If not, send us a message. We'll answer your questions.
And I will put the link in the comments,
Yes.
so you guys can take a look at that. And if you're watching us on YouTube, y'all please be sure to follow our, or actually, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to click the bell to get notified
Yes.
and subscribe to our channel. And if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to follow us.
Yes, and make
How to
sure
think
to go to the little dots on the side, and there's a place there where you can see first, and click that so that when we are live, you will see it, because a lot of times you won't see it if you don't click that.
Yeah, and this is fun, guys.
It
Y'all,
is.
this sign, like we said, it came from Craft Outlet. It is so cute. You
It
definitely
is.
need this sign.
Yep. And the ribbon actually came from there too. So, yep, y'all.
Terry said, and you help each other also. I have the utmost respect for you too.
Aw,
thank you so much,
thank
Terry.
you. Thank you, Terry.
That's so sweet. We really do. We
love our members.
We love our members, and we talked about this earlier today. Our prayer is that, only people who really are going to be encouraged by us and really get something from what we have to offer,
That's right.
That's what we want. We want those, that's who we want. So if you
Yes,
feel like,
however many we
Yeah.
get, it doesn't matter as long as we get the ones that we can help. The ones that want to be encouraged and want to learn how to do this and can learn from us. That's the only people we want.
Yeah, because it's not about us.
No.
If you're new to us, maybe you don't know our story, but we did start making wreaths actually back in 2007. My mom
Long
started
time
making
ago.
them. I didn't.
She
make
didn't make
wreaths
them
back
for
then.
years. Yeah, for
I thought I
not
was
years,
just
but for a long
just
time.
the business person.
Yeah, she handled the
She was
business.
the wreath maker. And actually, I'll tell y'all honestly, the reason that I started making the wreaths was out of desperation.
Yes, because all of a sudden we blew up, literally overnight. And when I say literally, I mean literally. And
yeah, we went from
yes.
sales like normal, you get it.
Yeah,
a couple
you get them
sales
here and there, yeah.
to I don't know, we had 60 or 80
that came in overnight. And you talking about somebody freaking out.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't make them.
And so
But,
it was really out of desperation.
it was. I said, I'm going to have to teach you because you got to do this.
Luckily, I'm a quick learner.
She was, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was at Christmas. And,
but, and then it just kind of became a passion of mine as well.
Yeah.
And, of course, I do love teaching people how to sell their designs because that is that's been such a joy for me and, and our business.
Yes, it really has.
So that's kind of how it started. And then, over the years, like I told you, I had trouble with greenery, and that's, I just kept learning as much as I could from her, because back when we started in 2007, we did not have,
there was
there
no
weren't
way
videos
to learn.
show you how to make wreaths.
No.
There was a couple of, I think, books from the 80s.
Yes, there was. I found this old book and looked at some of those, and they were nothing like what we do.
Well, they're like those
but
country wreaths, I guess, that people used to make a lot.
Yes.
But we didn't have anybody to show us how to do this.
No, we didn't.
And so we just had to learn, you know, ourselves, kind of teach ourselves. And you know, she taught herself, I learned from her. And then, you know, now we feel like, well, if we can help you, maybe, you know,
not have to go through all that, because it was not fun sometimes.
Yeah. You know, every single step, you know, maybe we can help you kind of skip a few of those steps.
Yeah.
Then that's what we're here to do.
That's exactly right.
But we're just thankful for all of
you. And
you.
I wouldn't trade that whole experience for anything, because it has brought us, and I know that that's why we went through the things that we did. I was telling Amanda the other day, that is why God allowed us to